Hi class, today we are going to do Chapter 2, Lesson 1, Solve Equations with Rational Coefficients. We are going to go over a few of the examples that was in the slide presentation. Here, if you look at example 1a, we have 3/4 times c equals 18. So the first thing we need to do is get c all by itself. But keep in mind, in an equation, your left side must equal the right side. In order to get c by itself, we have to multiply by the reciprocal, also known as the multiplicative inverse. So the reciprocal of 3/4, let me get a pen here, is 4/3. Then whatever you do to one side, you come over and do the same thing. Multiply by 4/3, 4/3. When you do that, if you notice 4/4, right here, cross cancel, that would give you 1. 3/3, that will give you 1. Now we have c all by itself. And you can go ahead and use your calculator. 18 times 4 divided by 3, or you can also do cross canceling like this. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 18 6 times, and 6 times 4 is 24. So c equals 24. Next, 1b is just like 1a, so we're not going to do that. 2a, we're solving equations with decimal coefficient. This here, the coefficient is 0.45, also known as 45 hundredths. That's 45 hundredths times n. In order to undo multiplication, we have to divide. That's how you get n by itself. So the number, which is called the coefficient in front of n, is 0.45. Whatever you do to one side, you have to go over and divide by 0.45, or you can say 0.45. When you do that, 0.45, which is 45 hundredths, divided by 45 hundredths is 1. And now we have our invisible 1 in front of the n, and n is all by itself. Equals. Then you can get a calculator. I don't mind if you use one. I'm going to get one. So I'm letting you know it doesn't matter if you do. And then you can type in 3.15 divided by 0.45, and you will get 7, a whole number 7. So n equals 7. I don't think we're going to require you to do the check today. So we're going to move on. So this can be a quick video. Here, this is the same thing. You would divide both sides by 0.9. Word problems. I like to start with the question. Write and solve an equation to find how many bagels there were in the bakery. So we're going to let B equals bagels. That's what we're looking for. How many bagels were in the bakery? Now we're going to start reading. 1/3 of the bagels in a bakery are sesame bagels. So we have 1/3 of is times the bagels. This says 1/3 of the bagels. There are 72 sesame bagels. So how many in total? So equals 72. That is the equation. So when we solve this, I'm going to solve it down here. We can probably use a different color here. Here we have 1/3 times the bagels equals 72. We're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse. So that is 3. 3/1 or just 3. So you come over on the other side and multiply by 3/1. When you do that, the 3's cancel to 1. The 1's cancel to 1. So now you have B all by itself. Here, you don't even need your denominator. All you have to do is 72 times 3. And you will get 216. So there's 216 bagels in the bakery. Okay? I would label bagels, so I know this looks sloppy. I hope you can understand it. Next, we just have one more. How many miles did the Parker family drive on the first day? So we're going to let M equal miles. We're looking for miles. How many miles? The Parker family drove a total of 180 miles. So I'm going to create an equation, and 180 I'm going to put on the right because that's the total. This distance right here is 1.5 times the distance they drove. And remember, the distance is M miles. So we have 1.5 times your miles equals 180. So times the opposite of multiplication is division. And we are going to divide both sides by 1.5. When you do 1.5 divided by 1.5, you get M all by itself. So far we have M equals, and then you do 180 divided by, let me do that now. 180 divided by 1.5, and you will get 120. So 120 miles. See, M is miles. Okay? And that is it. So hopefully this will be helpful for your notes. Bye.